Britain destroyed India through looting, expropriation and outright theft, all conducted in a spirit of deep racism and amoral cynicism. A blistering critique of our colonialist past by a man who was once one of the world's leading diplomats, Shashi Tharoor, now an Indian MP. He's just published his latest book on the iniquities of the British Empire, and its themes have echoes today. Shashi Tharoor is one of India's most outspoken politicians. He's an MP and has been both an ambassador and an Under-Secretary-General of the United Nations. In his latest book, Inglorious Empire, What the British Did to India, Tharoor argues that the British Empire was more about Britain than about India. The great symbols of empire in India, such as the country's rail system, were built for the benefit of the British rather than for Indian citizens. He argues, too, that colonialism in India was more akin to theft, often leading to death and destruction. In a post-Brexit world, the UK is looking to Commonwealth countries with whom we have had deep historic ties for future trading opportunities, India prime amongst them. Next week's inaugural meeting of Commonwealth trade ministers being held in London is testament to that. In any case, Tharoor judges that in trade talks the UK will have to be open to discussing allowing more Indian immigrants in, both students and workers. Shashi Tharoor joins us now. Now, I mean, empire, does it mean anything to Indians anymore?
Not really, John. I think people have largely forgotten it, and Indians are very good at forgiving and forgetting, so they're forgotten as well, which is what I object to. Let them forgive, but let them not forget.
Well, of course, it still has some resonance here in that lots and lots of people wear lots of medals which have the word empire in them. Is that in any way offensive to you?
Oh, no. I think, that's part of your history. You're entitled to it.
So is it a British problem or an Indian problem?
No, I think it is a British problem. First of all, because there is so much historical amnesia about what the empire really entailed. The fact that you don't really teach colonial history in your schools. Children doing A-levels in history don't learn a line of colonial history. There's no real awareness of the atrocities, the fact that Britain financed its industrial revolution and its prosperity from the depredations of empire. The fact that Britain came to one of the richest countries in the world in the early 18th century and reduced it after 200 years of plunder to one of the poorest. But all of that is really not known anymore.
This is difficult stuff because we're just about to try and do a big deal with you. We need your trade. Are you going to hold this against us?
Not at all. I don't really think this is about today's relations, which are between two sovereign equal countries, John. I mean, our economy is as big as yours.